Hello, welcome to Val's Crafty Creations. Today I have an ATC project to share with you. This is for my swap group on Facebook called Swappers Corner. And it's kind of a sad day. This will be the last swap that I do for the group. The group has got to fold after 7 years, may even be 8 years. But I joined the group 4 years ago in March. And it's where I got my swapping start. I have really enjoyed the journey and learning the ropes. I had signed up for a ladybug themed ATC swap, and there was also a cactus themed swap going at the same time, and there was a need for one more partner, so I went ahead and signed up, and that way I could go ahead and send both of these ATCs off to the same person. And so in front of you here is all the different things that I used for this project. I dug in my stash and found things that were neglected. I hardly ever use my embossing ink, embossing gun, embossing powders, and so that tool is very neglected. So I was very inspired by the ATC that I received in the rainbow swap from my swap partner, how she put embossing powder around the edge of her ATC. You've seen me use it before, but I used my Creative Memories 2-inch square punch. That's a well-loved tool, and I have that out on my desk so I can reach for that at any time. And I got to use my little sidekick. I picked this up at a kind of a garage sale for $20 a couple years ago. The person that sold it to me had well-loved plates, and so I was able to go to, I believe, Hobby Lobby and find some new ones, and I have been really using this one. I think I squeezed something through that shouldn't have gone through, but anyway, it was perfect because I had just picked up these little ladybug dies from Donna here not too long ago, and so I got to use those. And a few other things that I have picked up from her recently are these multicolored gems. I believe those came from Michael's. And the little sandy lion stickers, those actually came from Hobby Lobby on black and white theme. So I found 3 on here that I was able to use. So we have that. You've seen me use a few other colors of that recently. And so there happened to be some brown. So we got that. And then in my large haul that I got from someone last summer, there was quite a few different paper clips. And so it worked out. There were some cactus themed ones. And you've seen me share these little ladybug gems before. So those are a couple of the goodies I'll be adding into my package today. And then another swap that I did was for the group was a red, black, and white theme. And I thought they were hand-tied, but I believe they're Anna Griffin. And so I'll be sharing some of those today. And then a well-loved favorite of mine, I'm always grabbing this Big Chat word book. This is the only one that I've owned. It took me a long time to actually purchase one of these, so I use this quite a bit. Most recent video where I shared the pocket letter that I had created. In the back, one of the pockets were 2 tiny envelopes, and that reminded me that I had also purchased from that same person I got the envelopes from this artist trading card rubber stamp. And if you saw the rainbow ATCs that my swap partner created, she put the information on the back with a similar style rubber stamp. So I wanted to use that this time, so I went and found it. And I actually had 3 of them previously stamped out, and so that was perfect. So I could just adhere them to the back of my ATCs and fill in the information. So you'll see those on the back. And in the playing card swap, I cut apart one of the baseball sleeves, and so I've had the 2 other pieces in my notebook, and So I went ahead and grabbed one to put my ATCs in, and I have this one here ready to go for another swap coming up. So I'm just, and rather than put it in my notebook, I'm just going to leave it to the side of my desk over here. So yes, I've had a Versamark ink for quite a long time, and this Martha Stewart embossing powder for many, many years, and like I said, I just don't use them as much. So after seeing my partner's ATCs, I'm really inspired to give that more of a chance. And then I'm really glad I got that. Instead of having just the black to do projects with, I can now use the brown. I was oxide stash and found a few colors that I hadn't used for quite a while, or maybe hardly at all. And my fired brick, my wild honey, and my fossilized amber. So I'll show you how I use those. I've shared with you my tool obsession before, so this time I thought I would go ahead and use the black. I use that on the ATC, plus I'll be wrapping my swap in that. And then I have quite a few spools of these Offray ribbon, so I use some of my red, and you can see I'm almost down to the end of that one there. I use this black polka dot washi tape for decorating my envelope that the ladybug die cuts are in, and I'll use this on the outside of my mailing envelope to dress it up a little bit. We have that. And then also from the Rainbow ATC swap, there was just all these different die cuts, so I found this kind of mesh pattern and used that. And also from that swap, I used this yellow mulberry paper, so I went and found that and used that on my ATCs. And then just some other random paper, some red and black, and then this heavier weight. It made a great background for the ATCs to make them thicker. And then you saw in my recent Michael's haul, I got the paper pad that had the cactuses on. Tree haul, I picked up another pack of these cactus stickers, and I was going to open it and use it. Sticker drawer, and found the old package, so I went ahead and used this, and I still have actually looks like 3 here, and it worked out to not use the pots because I wanted to use these other pots that I had also recently picked up. So I'll share with you how that all went together. And I think we're getting to the bottom of the pile here. The next thing here right on top is actually a photograph in my garden of a ladybug sitting on a celery plant. And so that was the inspiration for my ATC. And I thought this image was a little too zoomed in, so I reprinted it. I think it was a better size. So here's all the different items that I've been collecting in a cactus theme. We have an embossing folder, and here's the new sticker pack, and these other cactus theme stickers from Dollar Tree, and just other things I've got from Donna. This one here on the top was the only set that had any kind of words that were cactus themed. That's why I went ahead and grabbed the Tim Holtz book and just used some words from there. But as you can see, getting quite a collection of cactus items. And I found also in my stash this box of ladybug note cards. So you see here, I grabbed one for a note and have that all filled out, ready to go. So from the items that I've gathered that were cactus themed in my stash, I found this pack of cactus stickers, Sticko stickers, that I remember picking up at Walmart, and I decided I probably wouldn't use them. So you can see here, I found in my stash an envelope. It's a little bit too big to fit in the baseball sleeve, but that's okay. It'll just tuck in the packaging perfectly. And so I have the 5 ladybug die cuts here on a scrap of the cactus paper, and then I just used the washi tape to decorate the front, and then I made one more and stuck that on there. So, and then I was looking for something on my desk and this random piece of packaging appeared, so I wanted to try to figure out how to use it. So I trimmed down the baseball sleeve and then trimmed down the packaging, and for the top here I went ahead and took a strip of paper and encased the plastic inside there so it's smooth all the way around. Piece of double-sided tape all the way around and wrap the ribbon so it's secure. And I wanted to share a couple of these little ladybug buttons. So I couldn't think of how to do it until at the very end. It was perfect because they're right there and they're just glue dotted on, double-sided tape. I cut the shank down so they're flat. And so that's all ready to go there. And then I took the baseball sleeve and covered the end with the washi tape, put an eyelet in, and used some of my black tulle. Here, flip it over so you can see the back. And so I gifted one of the little planters, and I left that on the backing. And then two of the cactus paper clips fit perfectly on there as well. And I have all the different information filled out. So, and you can see it in the center here. We have, I also on one of my little acetate ATCs, I've attached some of the ladybugs, 3 of the bows, and then some of the orange gems that I used on my cactus ATC. So, have that. So the middle is goodies, and then the 2 other pockets are the ATCs. You see the first one here, I had some red paper and did the embossing around the edge. I've got tulle layered up. Here's the little flowers, my little ladybug picture, and actually I matted it on some black paper and the words. So I didn't want to go two-dimensional with this. Usually try to keep ATCs fairly flat. A red bow there. So whereas the cactus themed one made it just a little bit thicker than the words. And I went with Find Friends, because I got quite a gathering here of the cactus. And all of these stickers I backed with white paper, except for this little one here. And these are just little bits that I cut off of one of the cactus. So I just reassembled it. This one I kept in its original pot. And I just thought that these pots were just a little bit too silver for this project. So that's where the Stays On ink came in handy. So I put down a layer of the Stays On, and then I went over it with all the other colors to try to just make it not as shiny. So that's it. Here's the yellow paper. It was kind of meant to be kind of like the sun, but it was just a different texture in the background. And here's one of the new little sun sequins from Dollar Tree, and you see the orange gems. And then as I was looking for a background, I noticed this background of these stickers had this kind of marble texture on it, so that's why the package is short. I went and used that as the background and then layered it with the other craft paper so they're nice and sturdy. I think they turned out great, and like I said, I usually try to keep them flat, but this one just turned out a little thicker, so hopefully that's okay. I mean, maybe she collects them in a box, so hopefully that's fine. And so yeah, I just couldn't believe how this packaging popped up, and it worked out really great. So I'm going to clear up the desk here, and we're going to get it all packaged up and ready to go. So let's slip these back into the sleeve. All set there. Put the ladybug die cuts into the envelope. Got that all ready to go. Then we have our stickers. So we can now slip this in here. Nice and flat. What I'll do is put the stickers right down the back, and then we put that in there as well. It's sitting ready to go. We have our card. So we'll fold over this tissue paper so it's doubled up, ready. Okay, and we're going to make a nice bow. I'm going to take my tails, grab my scissors here, and just pinch it together. And it comes out a little wonky here. We just straighten it up again. Very good. Here we have our package, nicely wrapped up. And then didn't want to put the card in an envelope because I thought the ladybugs were really cute. Maybe we can squeeze that in there. And then I'll have the ladybugs right on front. And I have a clear bag. And so we'll put it in that. And I will go create a label and got my washi tape to decorate the front of the packing envelope. So Shannon and I wanted to send our swaps off at the same time, and she's just a couple states over from me, so I should have it in just a few days, and I will be sure to share it with you when I receive it. Well, thanks so much for stopping by Val's Crafty Creations today to check out my latest ATC project. Sure was fun using a photograph that I took in my garden of a ladybug and being really creative with a cactus themed ATC. You take care, and we'll see you again really soon for some more crafty projects.